What's the worst thing your mom did for attention? She faked having cancer during my senior year of high school, complete with fake doctor appointments and a GoFundMe that raised $8,000 from our community. It started when my older sister Emma got into Stanford and suddenly became the family golden child. Everyone was talking about Emma's achievements, her scholarship, her bright future. Mom couldn't handle not being the center of attention anymore. First, she started posting cryptic Facebook messages about health scares and waiting for test results. People would comment with concern, and Mom would respond with vague updates about staying positive and fighting through this. Then she escalated to telling people she had breast cancer. She'd show up to my school events wearing headscarves and walking with a cane, accepting sympathy from other parents and teachers. She created this whole elaborate story about chemotherapy treatments on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She'd leave the house those days and come back looking tired, claiming she'd spent hours at the cancer center. The community rallied around our family. Neighbors brought casseroles, my school organized fundraisers, and the local church started a prayer circle. Mom ate up every minute of it. She started a GoFundMe page with the title, "Help Linda Fight Cancer. Single Mom Needs Support." She posted photos of herself looking weak and frail, with updates about her brave battle and how grateful she was for everyone's support. The donations poured in, $8,000 from people who genuinely wanted to help what they thought was a struggling single mother fighting for her life. I started getting suspicious when I never saw any medical bills, prescription bottles, or actual evidence of treatment. When I asked to go with her to appointments, she'd always have excuses about why I couldn't come. The breaking point came when Mrs. Rodriguez from next door offered to drive Mom to her next treatment because her own mother had gone through chemo. Mom panicked and said the hospital didn't allow visitors due to COVID protocols, even though this was happening in 2019. I also noticed Mom was gaining weight instead of losing it. Her hair was growing longer, not shorter, and she had way too much energy for someone supposedly getting poisoned by chemotherapy drugs every week. The truth came out when I followed her on one of her chemo days. Instead of going to the hospital, she went to a movie theater, then spent 2 hours at a coffee shop reading magazines. That evening, when she came home acting exhausted and nauseous, I confronted her about what I'd seen. She finally broke down and admitted she'd made the whole thing up. She said she was depressed about Emma getting all the attention and just wanted people to care about her again. The worst part was watching her try to justify it. "I never hurt anyone," she said. "I just needed people to see that I was struggling too." But she had hurt people. She'd taken money from families who could barely afford it, exploited their kindness, and traumatized me by making me think I was about to lose my mother. I made her return every penny she'd raised and post a public apology on Facebook explaining that she'd lied about having cancer. The community was devastated. People who'd prayed for her, cooked for us, and donated their hard-earned money felt betrayed and used. Emma was so embarrassed she barely spoke to Mom for 2 years. Mom never recovered socially from the scandal. We moved to a different town the next year, but the story followed us. Even now, 5 years later, she still hasn't learned her lesson about seeking attention in destructive ways. Sometimes the attention you desperately crave becomes the shame that destroys you.